สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ
Thank you for joining us today. Could you please tell us about the work that is being done at the center?
Yes, our center, we are addressing two areas. Firstly is environment, and the second area is human health. So the work of the center is primarily involved in the impact of chemicals on the environment as well as on human health.
Okay. So how exactly is your center involved in the Map Ta Phut problem solving?
We have been requested to undertake a research project that involved the study of the health impact from exposure to carcinogenic VOCs, which is actually volatile organic compounds in the population of Rayong province.
And what are the outcomes of the study that you've done so far?
Well, so far we have completed the first phase of our study. We are involved in the study of health impact in 3 locations in Map Ta Phut Industrial Estate, and also we have selected one control site, which is the non-industrial area nearby, and that area is in the Chong Samasan, Sathip province. So we have undertaken the study to involve at least 50 subjects in each area, and then evaluate exposure to chemicals of our interest, and also chemical that has been designated the one that cause problems in the area. These are the 3 carcinogenic compounds which are volatile, for example, benzene, 1,3-butadiene, and vinyl chloride. So with this study, we measure exposure in the environment, and also in individual involved in the project, and also trying to use the most up-to-date technology, which is a biomarker technology, to follow pathway of these chemicals in the body of the subject that has been taken into the study.
And what have you discovered from your study at Map Ta Phut?
Well, I told you that we have selected 3 locations in Map Ta Phut, and that involve population even in these 3 locations, and also another control site, which would be the population not exposed to these carcinogens that we are studying. What we found so far is that, first of all, we measure the levels of this carcinogenic compound in the environment, compared between the 3 sites in Map Ta Phut and the control sites. And with this, we found no difference in the level of benzene, 1,3-butadiene, and vinyl chloride. And secondly, we start looking into the levels in the subject by taking their biological specimens such as blood and urine, and we are able to measure the amount of these carcinogenic compounds entering into the body of such subjects, and also how it is converted and to what extent it is converted to what we call metabolites, which is an indicator of both exposure and, in some cases, early effects. And then we follow further into the genetic material of these individuals, and see whether there is any type of damages in the DNA, which would also serve as an indicator for carcinogenic process. In addition, we also look at the repair capacity, because the body has ability to repair the damage caused by agent. Otherwise, the cancer incidence in all population would be very high if we don't have this mechanism in place. So we measure the capacity of each individual to repair DNA. Means that whatever damage is done, then if repair is efficient, we perhaps will not get to the point that it would lead to cancer.
Right.
So that's what we measure.
So from your studies, you've discovered that actually the carcinogenic VOCs at Map Ta Phut are not as dire as everyone seems to understand that they are, right?
Well, we are fortunate because the member of our center that has conducted this study has a vast experience and has really undertaken a number of studies in Thailand. So Chulapon Research Institute has conducted the study in various population groups in Bangkok. So we can compare the results that we conducted in Ta Phut area and also in our control site at Chong Samay San with the level found in Bangkok, various areas in Bangkok and in various group of population. So the levels of both benzene and 1,3-butadiene in the Ta Phut area, in Chong Samay San area, are much lower than the levels found at various sites in Bangkok, around the inner part of the city where traffic congestion prevailed.
Right. Now you did mention earlier that cancer is actually a multi-factor thing. It's caused by many factors. So is there anything that the center is doing for the future?
We have been requested to undertake a project in Ta Phut that will cover other aspects of pollution from industrial chemicals, as well as to look into how these pollutions are distributed, for example, in food chain, and also to further study exposure as well as the effects of such exposure in various other areas in Ta Phut community. So with that, we are hoping that by using our technology of biomarker technology, we would be able to compile the data and also have more evidence that will perhaps lead to prediction of disease occurring from exposure. And it's not only limited to VOCs. It should be expanded to cover other chemicals. For example, it could cover polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon, which is also a carcinogenic compound found in ambient air, and also the group of heavy metals which may be released into the environment. Some of these metals are also carcinogenic. So we definitely need a broader research to be undertaken to be able to link exposure to a disease like cancer.
Well, I'm sure that the work that your center is doing, as well as the other two centers that are also in Purdue, that they will also be able to improve the situation at Ta Phut, and they will help benefit Thailand in the future as well. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much.